each of those.
All right, my name is Cameron White, and I'm here with.
Mrs. Gago.
Uh, and today's topic is about vaping. Do you think vaping is better than smoking?
No. Smoking cigarettes, you mean?
Yes.
No. Vaping is worse than cigarettes.
And how is a phone addiction different from a vape addiction?
Vaping ruins your lungs and maybe your social life. And phone addiction takes away time from your life.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brandon Young, and I am here with.
Mrs. Zanatti.
Okay, Miss Zanatti, do you think vaping is better than smoking?
Definitely not.
Okay. And where do you think it's appropriate for people to vape?
Honestly, I don't think anyone should vape, so nowhere.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Brandon Young, and I am here with.
Emily Mason.
Okay, hi, Miss Mason. So, why do you think so many teens are addicted to vaping?
It's targeted and marketed to the younger crowd. Cigarettes are gross, and now vaping companies have blue raspberry and watermelon and bubblegum or whatever, and they're all flavors that are targeted for a younger crowd. It's just not, the entire market appeal is to the younger generation because people, you can't smell like a cigarette anymore and you can't tell if someone has done it. So I think it's very, they're easy to conceal, you don't smell. There's a lot of factors I think that go into it. Peer pressure, people stealing them from their parents, and then very easily you can hide them and get away with it, if that makes sense. And I think that there's a lot of contributing factors that go into it.
Thank you. And so, how is a phone addiction different from a vape addiction?
Well, number one, the nicotine. I believe in most vapes there's more nicotine content than like even normal cigarettes. I guess it would potentially be product or vape dependent. But cell phones give you constant dopamine rushes in your brain, whereas nicotine is like a need. So then your body becomes dependent on it, and then you have withdrawal symptoms, which is very similar with the cell phones. But the addiction is a little bit stronger because then if you go a prolonged period of time without the substance, the nicotine, then there can be headaches, frustration, anger, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of differs physiologically because your blood vessels constrict and there's different things that occur. Whereas a cell phone, you can get dopamine in other ways, and you could, from working out from different things, and I feel like it would potentially be easier to break a phone addiction than a vape addiction because a vape addiction is nicotine. So, yeah.
Thank
Go see her.
All right. Thank you, Trey. Why do you think vaping is, or do you think vaping is better than smoking?
In a way, yes.
Why is that?
Because smoking is like way more addicting and it like gets you hooked faster than vaping does. But vaping is also not safe.
All right. And if people were to vape, where do you think it would be appropriate for them to do so?
I don't know where it would be appropriate, but I know where it wouldn't. You should not do it in school, and you should most likely do it outside by yourself without others because it is very unsafe.
All right. Thank you, Trey.
Okay, my name is Lauren Choice, and I'm here with.
Adrian.
Okay, why do you think so many teens are addicted to vaping?
I feel like they got peer pressured into doing it, and then like nicotine is addicting, so like they're just hooked on it now.
Okay, and where do you think it's appropriate for people to vape?
In my opinion, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think you should do it because it's not good for you. So like, say I'm an athlete, so it would mess up my lungs if I was to play sports. So I don't think anybody should do it. But if you were to do it, my bad. If you were to do it, I feel like you should do it out of like a place of school, so like outside probably. That's it.
Okay, thank you. My name is Lauren Choice, and I'm here with.
Bryce Tillman Jones.
Okay, and why do you think smoking is better? Wait, do you think smoking is better than vaping?
I think, yeah, because like the vape got like, it got like different chemicals in it, and smoking just has like tobacco and stuff in it. So Yeah, so yeah, I think smoking's better.
Okay, and then why do you think teens are so addicted to vaping?
Because it has different chemicals in it that messes with your brain, and your brain relies on it after you do it a couple of times. So
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Hello, my name is Brandon Young.
I'm Sean Stegel.
I'm Lauren Choice.
I'm Cameron White.
And I'm Akihito Ota.
And today this is our podcast about vaping and why it is so prevalent in high schools.
We went around the school and asked several students and teachers what they thought about vaping, and here's what they said.
So the first question we have is, why do you think vaping is better than smoking? In truth, it's not better than smoking. It's actually much, much worse. Vaping has a ton of chemicals in it that makes it like 10 to 15 times more addictive than smoking. And also, hitting one puff of a vape is the equivalent to smoking 20 cigarettes. I think that's the number. You might have to fact check me on that. But yeah, smoking honestly is a lot better than vaping.
Our next question was, where do you think it's appropriate for people to vape? Now, most of the answers we got were nowhere, you shouldn't vape. But I have to say, if you were to vape, which is the assumption of this question, is if you were to vape, where would you do it? I say don't do it in public, just in general. I don't think it's good to use any sort of drug or substance in public around any other people. But especially not in areas like schools or in like condensed areas, especially because if you're vaping in condensed areas or smoking or whatever you're doing in like small rooms or rooms that might not have like the best air ventilation, it can give other people secondhand smoke, and you are pushing their problems, or you're pushing your problems now onto them, and they didn't even make the decision. So don't do it ever, but especially don't do it in public, and especially don't do it in public in rooms with other people.
Okay, so the next question we have is, why do we think so many teens are addicted to vaping? And the overall answer that we got from people that we interviewed, they said because of all the chemicals and things that affect our brain. And honestly, I agree with them too. We learned that our frontal lobe is not fully developed, and for us to be putting all these chemicals and things that are just not supposed to be in our body does not help in any way when it comes down to, especially in our generation, when it comes down to all the screen time that we get, all of the unhealthy things that we do to our body at this young age. I just don't think that vaping is going to be the solution to anything. Even though it is a choice, I feel like we should start influencing others to not vape and keep it at that.
The next question we had was, how is a phone addiction different from a vape addiction? And all the answers we've got from teachers and students, they all said that phone addiction were some sort of brain damage, and vape addiction is also brain damage, but another thing, addiction as well. So overall, phone addiction is a mental thing, and vape addiction is more like both mental and physical addiction.
Overall, throughout this podcast, we thought that smoking is better than vaping. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.